And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2. I'm your host, Nick Legato. Alright, so, we've defeated Red Baron. And what can we do? What can we do? Well, you can wander into Golem if you want. If you missed the, any of the Mithril's in the Mithril and Golem's prison, you're welcome to, go back and get it. But that's not what we're really here for. I'm sorry. We need a depot, derive. We are going to do an Uber overhaul here. We need the dry stone and every piece of Mithril that we've been saving from the beginning of the game, which is a lot. So I'm going to pull all of it out, put it wherever we need to, which is a lot of Mithril. We have a lot of Mithril. Mithril. We're pretty much going to load it on all the characters who don't actually need Mithril gear. Because a lot of people... Yeah, that's fine. We'll put the healing seed back on him later. May can hold it. May can hold actually 3 pieces. Now here's the deal, is I'm going to kind of cheat and do this, but you don't have to cheat if you're not playing... If you're playing on a... excuse me, if you're playing on an emulator, you can actually do this, but if you're playing on an original cartridge, all you gotta do is go into Golem and save your game. So, just a heads up, if you're wondering how I'm gonna make this work, let's pass the Mithril here to Luke. Let's give these back to Peter. Take the last piece of Mithril and put it somewhere. There we go. Now we want to make sure none of our main characters are holding a piece of Mithril who require an item. So, who require these said gear. So let's go ahead and... I know I gave one to Slade, right? Slade's going to need a weapon, so let's get that out of there and give it to Road. Who else is carrying Mithril? Bowie is... No, not even Bowie. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so let's go ahead and head on over by using the dry stone, and the dry stone opens up a walkway for us here. So there we go. Let's go ahead and go inside, and welcome to the Dwarven Town, or the Dwarf Town, or whatever. There's actually some items here. We can also find some good items even. So let's go find them. There's a priest here, so let's use him. We may as well while we're here. If I'm not mistaken, there's healing water, a demon rod, and I want to say the aura ring or the white ring is findable here, which we do want. White rings are good. And here's the question. The question is going to be, how many weapons do we need? Which means how many risks do we want to take? Risky gambles do we want to take? Well, let's take a look really quick before we start doing this. Oh, he still has the dry stone on. Let's give that to somebody we took out. Kiwi's full. Give it to Road. Now that we don't have to hold it anymore. Yeah, not a barrel. Yeah, not in there either. As you can see, it's kind of a maze, but it's not too hard to navigate. We're back out here again. I don't want to be out here. I probably wanted to go up this stairway. There we go. This should lead me to one of the treasure chests. Healing water, which we will pass to someone else for the moment. So let's just pass it to somebody who would be able to use it. Let's pass it to Elric. Okay, so we've done that, and what I'm going to do is, usually what I do is I collect all the items, then I actually leave, and then come back. Is usually what I do, and I have a good reason for doing it. This is just an exit, isn't it? Yeah, so we don't want to do that. And I have a reason for doing it, and this is more for the quick saving aspect of it, because of how the program, I think, in my opinion, works. So, you'll see what I do, and I'll try to explain a little bit of it. At least to get good results that I have gotten in the past, this is what I've had to do. I want that evil rod. Probably down in here. There it is. There's the demon rod. As usual, I never watch, I never ever watch I'm sorry, I never equip cursed items. There's never a reason to do it. And we've got the white ring here, which is good. White ring usually goes on Bowie. It ups his defense, and he can use an aura. So he's like a in case of emergency kind of character. Let's give the demon rod to Tyrion if he has room. Well, no. We'll put it in Tyrion's inventory and move some other stuff around, like the shining ball that he's never used once to Karna. That way we can give the ring to Bowie, and we'll have to take out another water. Let's give the healing water probably to Jaha. No, he's got a healing drop. Give it to Rick. Let's go ahead and equip that ring on him. As you see, it raises his defense a pretty hefty sum. So that's why I like to give it to him, because, you know, the stronger your lead character's defense is, you know, the better. So this is how... Okay, so we've done all that. Finally, let's head out. For me to do. Okay, so a quick save. There we go. I do make sure we do it twice. Let's go do this. This is a painful process that could even take as long as the entire episode. So if you are not interested at all at seeing the success ratio and stuff of Mithril making, don't watch this video. Move right on to the next one. And if for any reason we get it done early, I will let you know in the next video that we were actually finished on time. But this is one of those incidences where you don't want to do it. I do it one weapon at a time. I never do more than that. Ever. So this is good. And Slade, we're looking for a very specific weapon, and frequently we'll end up with like the katana, which is pretty crappy. Or the ninja. I think there's another weapon too. I forget. But the one weapon that we are looking for is called the Gizarme. And that is the weapon I demand, at least from this Mithril. Weak. He'll either get the critical sword, the katana or ninja sword, or he'll get the the Gizarme. And the Gizarme is the best weapon probably in the game. And ironically, Slade's the one that equips it. The reason why it's such a great sword is it has the ability to, well, I may as well just wait on that, no point in talking about it until I actually get it. Well, I guess I will talk about it. The Gizarme, or Gizarme, however you pronounce it, the Gizarme is a weapon that will instantly kill some enemies. It has a chance of doing it, which is good. Free kills for the win are always a good thing. We always like getting kills with a little effort. Okay, so we're continuing here. Sorry, I was distracted by something. Let's go ahead and... katanas are nice, but not what I wanted. So this is going to be the ritual here. So, and I am the freak of nature. Me being the freak that I am, I want the Gizarme for sure. There is one weapon you can pass on, and I do recommend passing on, though I will make the attempt to try and get it last. It's the weapon called the Laventer for Bowie. He's the only character that can equip the Laventer, which is a very strong sword. Now, Jaha can't equip it, so it's kind of pointless, in my opinion, to use it, to get it, because it's not, if anything, it's really a waste of time. Because why would you want to get it? And you only get, I think you'd only get to use it for what, one battle, maybe two? The benefit of it, though, is that Bowie can now use Fire 3 spells. Its standard use in battle is Fire 3. Why would you want Bowie to do that when you're about to find a sword that does, I think it does better than that, even. I don't know. It's up to you. Ugh. So yes, and if I didn't have, and back when I was younger, I didn't do this by emulator. I actually did this by going to Gollum, restarting my game and doing this. And it would take hours. You have no idea how long it would take to do this. With any other fashion, in any other fashion. Let's, and sometimes what helps the code is just using a different piece of Mithril. But it's a 4% chance of getting the best weapon. I don't know. so many people have done the math, and I have done some reading on it too, just to confirm it. Nobody seems to agree nobody seems to fully agree how long it takes to get certain things, just that the weapons you want are the hardest ones to acquire. So this will take some time. I can tell you how much time it'll take. I'll probably end up stopping the video at some point because we're still not getting any good results here. Just do a little something here, see if it changes a bit. But yes, critical swords are things I do not want. They're useless to me. I demand a good sword. Specifically, and the reason I always start with Slave first is his is the most finicky. I want to make sure he gets the Gizarme because he's not going to get a stronger weapon. As the other two characters who use swords probably would. Yeah, I know you can't, so do it with Slade. That was my mistake. We could put... Now, here's a question. With the one that we have on him, how many do we actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have about 14 pieces of Mithril. I don't even think we have that many characters who need items. Though, so once in a blue moon you can double up. Yeah, because Gernholt doesn't need it, neither does Peter. So our monks do, though, so that's not up for debate. And Karna gets priority, as far as I'm concerned. So we get a slightly better weapon called the Ninja Katana, but it's still not what we want. We want a Gizarme. And damn it, this is so... Yeah, like I said, if you don't want to watch me do this until I get it, don't... Just skip to the next video, because that's what this episode is going to be about. I might even mix and match. I might not even focus on Slade's right now. I might try somebody else's. But if you are curious what to get, the best options usually are... Oh, jeez. Well, the Gizarme is what we want, and that's what I'm going to get, damn it. Not leaving without it. Some people even say that you're only allowed to get so many of the best weapons, which is a load of crap. I have seen people get really good, you know, weapons for every character. You just have to have the patience to sit through and do this as much as you want. Like I said, Bowie's sword will be the last one we do because there's a good chance he won't even use it, as far as I'm concerned. Give me the Gizarme. Now. Now! But the Gizarme, I want to say the Ninja Katana is like plus 39 or 40, and the Gizarme is plus 42 or something. But the real reason, like I said, it has the ability to dice enemies in half. And I have tried this. Some people say, well, why don't you put three Mithrils in and then just leave town, quick save, and then come back? It doesn't work that way. He will produce whatever you automatically put it in, which is why I don't like doing it. So I want to make sure that we get that item specifically is what we're here to make sure we get. So let's do that. And in the next episode, I'll also tell you what items I ended up getting. But luckily, we don't have to do too much of this. Because like I said, we have, what, 2 wizards, 2 monks, 2 centaurs, 1 archer, a ninja, and that's in... and 1 ninja and a hero. So, we have about 12 out of the 14 Mithrils need to be something that I can use for my characters. The other stuff is negligible, and if anything, if you get all the pieces you want and a few pieces that you need, by all means, if you get what you want out of it, and you have extra pieces of Mithril, you can either make extra weapons, you could make, like, what would be a good example? You could make an extra ground axe, for, you know, that way you could use one as an item and one as an equip, so if one of them steams up in battle. Or you could do what I usually do, is just sell the Mithril. I mean, like I said, this is as asinine as, almost as grinding. Because really, do you need this strong weaponry? Not entirely. Well, yeah, actually, you can't. You should get it. especially for your fighters. Your mages really don't need him as much. Ah. Your mages, not so much. Everybody else would get benefit from their weapon upgrade. So mages I also do last, and this includes monks. Master monks second to last, and then monks last, and then priests. And priests are then vikers and wizards and sorcerers last, because they're the last ones that really need a weapon upgrade. They hit so hard on their own, they almost don't really need it. Let's go with Slade. But Slade definitely needs it, because it's been a long time since he's upgraded his weapon. And the ninja stuff isn't really going to cut it. That Gizarme is really what he needs the most. As well as Jaha is going to need his weapon as well. You could probably get by with Elric's standard, kind of the next weapon you find in a battle. Which I think is the Great Shot. I want to say it's the Great Shot. But you definitely want to try and get it for him. You know what? Screw it. This might end up being a short episode, too. But, let me see here. Maybe like a 20-minute episode or something, because you guys don't really need to see me do this every single moment. The other trick, too, is if you know it's a weapon you really are having trouble getting to produce what you want, just go ahead and use 2 ores on the characters who have specialized weapons, who are a lot harder to get. That's what I would say. Let's see. So here's what I'll do is I'm going to end the video. Well, and you know what? As I get these weapons, I can show them to you as well. And then we'll recap what, you know, we got. Is probably a good idea, too. Surprisingly, the battle sword hasn't come up. But then again, Slade can't use the battle sword, which is interesting. Wait a minute, what weapon did I get? No, why wasn't I paying attention? Looked like a critical sword. Yeah. Damn it. So we'll see you after I get some kind of result here. Okay. Oh. After about a half an hour or so worth of work, plus whatever I did on the video, we've done it. And actually we even lucked up by getting Bowie's Levanter or whatever, which is kind of a useless sword. It significantly boosts his attacks pretty high, as well as it does for Sarah. Chester's pushing in the 90s with a throwable weapon. Jaha's pushing 98. Kazan and Tyrion both have staves that can recover their MP every turn. Slade's got the Gizarme, which is up there also in the question mark territory. We still got several pieces of Mithril left. We got like 4 pieces left over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces, yeah. Rook's got a Javelin at 91. Elric's got the Grand Cannon boasting a huge 94. You know, these... even Karna, who's 4 levels behind, 96. So, you know, this is a good reason to get these items, hands down. And if you are playing a console version, it's going to take even longer, but you'll be able to do it. And then you do it in the same manner I did it with an emulator. I own the game, and I have done it the long way, and it is a long way. I did it as a kid, because I figured, oh, wait a minute, I got something different that time. So wait a minute, let me reload my save, and let me try again to see if I can get a bunch of the items I actually want. And that's really how I came across the idea that it's actually very much based on... It's more of like an award base. Here's the prison cell. So if you miss the, I want to say if you miss the, oh boy, if you miss the Mithril in the basement, you actually have to go to that basement. And I don't even think it's there anymore. I'm not sure. It should be. So, but we're not gonna bother with that. Now we get to have the great sell-off. We get to sell a lot of gear because they've got nothing new. I mean, it's new gear than what was there before, but not like the kind of gear we have now. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and sell off all the gear we don't need. We'll keep the Demon Rod, but we'll sell the Indra Staff. Let's see, Karna's Iron Knuckle can go. Elric's Nazca cannon can go, though that's a rare bird, so let's hold on to that. The javelin and the chrome lance can go from both of our centaur types here. The wish staff can go, and I may as well just hold on to it for the moment. Just put it in with my other rare stuff. The critical sword can go. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll just sell off the other crap. Not like we're using the Nazca cannon, so let's go buy Nazca cannon. Javelin, the wish staff. We don't have any Vikers, so there's no point in that. We can even sell the Mithril if we want to, but I don't see a reason. We've got a lot of gear. We should be okay. Mage staff cast fire level 2, but we'll sell that anyway. Obviously the battle sword can go. We'll keep the heat axe as his ranged magic attack. We'll sell the chrome lance. Sell the iron knuckles. And we will sell the great sword. Whew, that's a lot of gear. That's a lot of gear. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's not go out the front yet. We still got one other thing we want to make sure that we do here. And what we really want to do is, after we go out the front door, we want to load up our little buddy here with anything we don't really need. And we want to rearrange our items in any way we see fit. So far so good. Let's put the sky orb in there. I think right now we need to use it. Mithril can go back in. Or you could sell it because we have all the Mithril gear we need. But see, they even assume that you'll be using nothing but characters who require weapons. So that's an interesting assumption that the people who made this game made. The dry stone can go in there. Shining ball can go. We're not using these things. I just want to get them out of there. Wizard can go. The demon rod can go. Because like I said, unless you plan on selling it, there's no reason to carry it. And the other characters have items. It doesn't hurt. You're not going to make a huge amount of money on the power staff or something like that other characters are still holding on to. It's more important that we have money for repairs and things that need to come from our special weapons here as they get used in battle. If they get used in battle. In many cases they won't. Yeah, it's beautiful, alright. Okay, so we did that. Now, let's see. There's two things here. Excuse me, we can get into the treasury now, which only holds, if I'm not mistaken, one chest, or two chests there. Fairy powder, which is pretty much useless at this point of the game. And another healing water, which I probably will pass to Chester. So let me go ahead and do that now. Because he has such high HP, may as well give it to him. And we will drop the fairy powder, because we have no use for it. Or drop. Buy fairy powder. Okay, so the fairy powder's gone. Let's see. There's an evil shot, or evil, what is it? I think it's called the evil shot? But it's over here, and I know it's over here somewhere. We couldn't get here before. Right on the outside. And I didn't grab it before because it wasn't a big deal, but it's in one of these. There it is, right where I remember it. Another cursed item that we have no intention of using. At least I don't. Though very, very powerful piece of weaponry, we don't use it. Keep it to road. Put it in the caravan later as I need to. So now that we've done all that, we are ready to continue our quest. We can, as you can see, oh Jesus, we're actually right here. Let's deposit the evil shot. Now let's take a look at what we've got in there. This is what you probably should have, except for that I sold one of the critical weapons. But, you know, the Achilles is in there, the Sky Orbs, the Mithril, Shining Ball, Demon Rubble, you know, all that stuff that we're not really interested in using. Let's see what's in deals, and we'll buy anything out of there that I might have sold on accident. Battle Sword, oh, okay, all the staves and cannons, may as well. Road can hold it. I want that money back. Just so I can say, oh, I got all that stuff. You know, because being anal is always fun, and we don't have enough time to do the next battle in the next episode anyway, so I figure I may as well waste my time with something. Oh boy. Luke can hold it. There we go. And look at that, we have tons of money left over, and we paid more for that stuff than we did when we sold it. Let's go ahead and deposit all of those items along with what we got. I'm actually depositing the battle sword. Let's deposit the wish staff, the critical sword. There's actually a counter sword, which is also a pretty decent weapon too. Well, not something I would be openly giving. And that's it. And we're pretty much ready to go. I mean, this is a pretty balanced party. We've got ranged users. We've got our priests that can punch the crap out of enemies. You know, I think we're pretty good. We got the Laventer, which is something I didn't even consider getting. We got the Gazarme, whatever, which is probably one of the best swords in the game for your characters other than the best sword in the game, the legendary sword. So, we're going to end this episode early. I really want to, because I really think this is a good time to do it. So if you haven't done it yet, you should be walking over to your local church, which is empty. We need to walk into the one in the castle. We're going to save our game, and we're going to continue our quest. The quest for corn! No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, the Mithril weapons thing is just a trial and error, and you keep doing it over and over and over again until you get the result you want. It should only take you a half hour. If it takes you longer than a half hour to get something, then you're not doing it right. You must be playing a hacked or cracked version of the game, or an altered version of the game meant to annoy you to oblivion. So, by all means, that's gotta be it. I can't imagine anything else stopping you from being able to do that. Oh boy. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Shining Force 2, Geshp is going down. He's gonna eat shit and die. I'm gonna rip his head off and shit down his neck. But we defeated Red Baron too. Is that what you said, Geshp? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Once again, my minions have failed me. Are my soldiers that weak? You're weak. You, Xeon, are going down. Of course, we're smarter. I don't think that's what he wanted to hear. Or I'll kill you. Yeah. They all say that. I don't know. I think there's some confidence issue here. Of course he was right. Dude, if it comes to pass, it will be his final battle. Great. Now I get to fight the jackass that Volcanon couldn't really kill. So, like I said, on the next episode, let's play Shining Force 2. We're gonna finish Geshp. He's going down. We'll see you there.